Hi everyone, now let's continue. As I have explained before, externalities are bystanders' cost and benefit. So under the circumstance that the good or service arouse negative externalities, when we combine the private cost, which is the initial supply curve, with the external cost, we can get a new supply curve that indicates the social cost, just like this. Based on the same rationale, when we combine the private value, which is the initial demand curve, with the external benefit, we can get a new demand curve that indicates the social benefit. So this indicates the positive externalities. In other words, marginal social cost equal to marginal private cost plus marginal external cost. Marginal social benefit equals to marginal private benefit plus marginal external benefit. Now, we will further analyze externalities in our supply and demand model. So the framework is pretty straightforward. First, we draw the private cost and private benefit curve. In other words, the initial supply and demand curve. We will find out the equilibrium point. Then we have to access whether it involves an externality. If the answer is yes, the externality is positive or negative. After we shift the supply curve or demand curve to imply the social cost or benefit, we can figure out what outcome is in society's best interest and compare the new equilibrium point with the old one. So when analyzing a negative externality, the supply curve has to shift upwards to imply the social cost. The social optimal point is point C. Comparing point C to the old equilibrium point A, the social optimal quantity is less than the private equilibrium quantity. As a result, negative externality yields overproduction and overuse. Now, we should analyze the positive externalities. The demand curve will shift upwards to imply the social benefit. We can also get a social optimal point C. Comparing point C to the old equilibrium point A, the social optimal quantity is greater than the private equilibrium quantity. Hence, positive externality yields underproduction and underuse. This chart summarizes the effect of externalities. Just keep in mind that negative externalities harm others and cause overproduce, while positive externalities help others and cause underproduce. It is important to understand the rationale behind it, referring to the supply and demand model. So, we came to the end of today's lecture. Hope to see you next time.